Text 25.
नैकर्ता प्रिय समवसः सुहृदं चित्रकर्मणाम् ओगहेन विहूयमानानाम् लावनां श्रोतसो यथा नैकर्ता प्रिय संवास सुहृदं चित्रकर्मणाम् ओगहेन विहूयमानानाम् लावनां श्रोतसो यथा नैकात्र प्रिय संवास सुहृदं चित्रकर्मणाम् ओगहेन विहूयमानानाम् प्लावनं श्रोतसो यथा Translation and purport. By Srila Prabhupada. Many planks and sticks, unable to stay together, are carried away by the force of the river's waves. Similarly, although we are intimately related with friends and family members, we are unable to stay together because of our varied past deeds and the waves of time. Vasudeva was lamenting because he and Nanda Maharaj could not live together. Yet, how could they live together? Vasudeva warns that all of us, even if intimately related, are carried away by the waves of time according to the results of past karma. Many planks and sticks, unable to stay together, are carried away by the force of a river's waves. Similarly, although we are intimately related with friends and family members, we are unable to stay together because of our varied past deeds and the waves of time. So, a few verses to see Vasudev's conversation. Vasudev is saying, "My dear brother Nanda Maharaj, at an advanced age, you had no son at all, and we were hopeless of having one. Therefore, that you now have a son is a sign of great fortune. It is also by good fortune that I am seeing you. Having obtained this opportunity, I feel as if I have taken birth again. Even though one is present in this world, to meet intimate friends and dear relatives in this material world is extremely difficult." And he says, many planks and sticks, unable to stay together, are carried away by the force of a river's waves. Similarly, although we are intimately related with friends and family members, we were unable to stay together because of our varied past deeds and the waves of time. My dear friend Nanda Maharaj, In a place where you are living with your friends, is the forest favorable for animals, the cows? I hope there is no disease or inconvenience. The place must be full of water, grass, and other plants. My son Baladev, being raised by you and your wife Yashodamai, considers you his father and mother. Is he living really peacefully in your home with his real mother Rohini? When one's friends and relatives are properly situated, one's religion, economic development, and sense gratification, as described in the Vedic literatures, are beneficial. Otherwise, if one's friends and relatives are in distress, then these three cannot offer any happiness. Srila Vasudev is speaking here how difficult it is in this world to be together with intimate friends and relatives. So, this analogy explained by Vasudev is given many places in the scriptures to explain how all our relationships are temporary. Here it's saying just like planks of wood are separated, sticks are separated. Another place it says just like leaves are separated from each other by the force of water. This goes on to explain the transient nature, the temporary nature of relationships in this world. Yet, how the relationships in this world is fleeting. Because the living entity is very much engrossed in trying to establish an empire for himself or herself, thinking that, okay, this is my empire, this is my domain, and these are my trusted trusted family members. So this is my entourage. But all this conception is actually an illusory conception. Because that is it being explained. that Vasudeva very much wanted to live with Nanda Maharaj. But how could this be? Both had different trajectories in life. They had to take different courses in their lives as their life progresses. In fact, sometimes we will see that there are four members in the family. These four members are staying in four different places. I remember I was working in HSBC in Pune. I was staying in Pune. My brother had got admission in engineering. He was studying in MIT. He was staying in Delhi. Delhi, MET. My mother was staying in Dehradun. And my father got a posting in Tihiri. Tihiri is way up in the mountains. There is a dam there. So he had got a posting in Tihiri for a few months. This is just before his retirement. So for a few months he was posted in Tihiri. So he was staying in Tihiri. Mother was staying in Dehradun. I was staying in Pune. Brother was staying in Delhi. This is a common this is a common household picture. So why mother was staying in Dehradun? Because there is uh, great difficulty. They built a home. Now how it can be empty? So that's why she was staying in the home. And for a few months, father was away. But the point is, you see, the point holds that even if one wants, the different family members cannot sit together. I remember even when I was very young, then I was transitioning from primary school to secondary school. So my father had got posted in Rishikesh. The best school in Rishikesh was Omkarananda Academy. It was one Omkarananda school or academy like that. My father didn't like it. He didn't like the name also. He wanted the son to get very high end English convent education and all that. That was his desire because he could not get. He thought his children should get it. So he had put me up in Dehradun, and I was staying with grandparents. So class sixth. So very difficult to stay with the family members in this material world. Sometimes because of job, the husband has a job at one place, wife has a job in another place, children are out because they are in hostels at different places. So, and grandparents are in their village town, but they don't want to leave that. So, as many members, as many places. So, this is material world. The fleeting nature of relationships in this material world, a transient nature of relationships in this material world. This is highlighted here. Srila Vasudeva, now who is feeling great joy when he is having a reunion with Nanda Maharaj. Now the question which comes here is that if we take back again this analogy of these sticks coming together and separated by the waves of time or the waves of the river of time, why are these sticks separating? Why are these sticks separating even the family members? in these waves of time. Uh, now that question may come, that why are these waves separating? If one has made a small group of oneself, this is my called family, or extended, or closed, immediate or extended. And why are these waves? They act to separate us. That's the question which may come up actually. Then immediately the question comes, why God is doing this to us? It doesn't let us be happy, peaceful. What's the problem? Why the material settings don't allow us to remain peaceful in our own groups, small or big? So now here comes the point. Here comes the point. So as is mentioned here, so immediately it appears that as if God is responsible for all this. It appears that as if God is willfully and willingly trying to separate all of us, not able to see our peaceful condition, warm condition. Actually, God is not to be blamed for any of this. Why? Because these waves of time simply move according to the algorithms of karma, as it is mentioned here. These waves of time are simply moving as per the algorithms of karma. And therefore, the point which comes is that the karma is our own driving. Now, when it comes to karma, karma means our own driving. We are driving what karma we want to incur. We are driving what karma we want to incur. That's the point. So many times, this force of separation is not because of God's arrangement. It is because of our own karma, and this karma is based on our own desires, basically. But the karma is based on our own desires. So it's our own driving. It is owing to different pursuit of different material desires, and people are separating and they are taking different trajectories as they evolve. As they evolve. Many times, many children don't get sufficient time of their parents. Many of them are not in the, no, the many times the children have to stay with grandparents, not being able to stay with the parents. Who is responsible for it? Not God. The parents. Because of their ambition. That's all. So if you see this separation, so that's how we can see that actually the the causal factor which is creating disturbance and restlessness in the tranquility, even of the temporary setups which we have made by the names of family and friend circles, that disturbance is caused because of material desires. So material desires make sure that we can never remain satisfied. So Srila Prabhupada explains about the Vedic times, there was no need of so much of here and there travel and other things. So people were very much at one place. There was no need to go here and there much. The only personalities who would travel is sannyasis. Why? Because the sannyasi would consider the whole world as his family. So that's why the sannyasi would travel, and everywhere, under any tree was his bedroom. Under any tree was his working, laboratory. So sannyasi was So for a sannyasi, whole world was his home. So he was also in his home only, not going anywhere. That way, the home was as big as the world. Vasudeva Kutumbakam. And other people are peacefully together. But what creates disturbance? Ambition. It is this ambition which is what creates disturbance. So togetherness or not togetherness is our. I mean, we are responsible for it. It's not circumstances. Even our devotees. Like I very much remember, we had gone last year in March to Mayapur to get association of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And we had planned, okay, 2-3 days would be enough. So when we went, uh, Maharaj had got a fall and therefore Maharaj had got injury. So that day, and therefore Maharaj, because of the injury, then the devotees, Maharaj secretaries, they had stopped devotees from meeting Maharaj that day, that cancelled. But the next day, Maharaj was again meeting devotees. And we met Maharaj. Then I remember Maharaj was telling us uh, that I am here from the past 12 days. Where were you people? So you came now. For past 12 days I am here. So, Jai Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani Sudarshan Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So the point is that so Maharaj was hinting at that you could have come earlier also. I am here in Mayapur since 12 days. Now 2-3 days only are no? So Maharaj is just there for a few more days. That's all. So the point is that opportunity is there for us with us. If you want to make ourselves available, then we have to cut down on some of our other plans. That is the point. So to cut down on some of our other plans. So the togetherness, to bring about that togetherness, to even get the association, we have to make ourselves available. We have to make ourselves available. We cannot. We have to make ourselves available. I remember when we started working, we were working in software. Then Radhesham Prabhu used to always tell that actually Radhesham Prabhu used to always tell us that to come to the Kartik Yatra organized by Rananath Maharaj, he said to make it the utmost priority because you can get a lot of spiritual strength by that. But then we went to the company, we saw, okay, they only give 10 or 14 days of paid leaves a year. 14 days of paid leaves a year. So then I went back to take guidance from devotees that this seems to be a very weird kind of scenario in working life. So then devotees had told us how to manage. And devotees had told us to be very meticulous about holidays. So even in Nirjala Ekadashi, we used to go and work so that we can save holidays for the yatra. That way. And Radhesham Prabhu told us if they are not giving you holiday, you tell them that we will work Saturday, Sunday, and you work 2-3 months Saturday, Sundays before, after, so that yatra you can get that 12 days, 14 days. So the point is, if we want, we can make ourselves available. And especially it is very true of the divine association. So if we want, we can make ourselves available. I remember sometimes devotees would give fantastic reasons also, because normal they would not be getting holidays for yatra. 12 days yatra, they would not get holidays. So they would give reasons also. Sometimes somebody in the family in critical health condition, that would be a reason. Or somebody in the family left the body, that kind of reason. Because so whatever it takes, the point is uh, if you want, we can make ourselves available. That is the idea, that if we want, we can make ourselves available. So the senior devotees are doing that. The question is, are we doing it or not? Past 50 years, more than 50 years, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj is making himself available for Kolkata Rath Yatra. He never missed a Kolkata Rath Yatra. Maharaj is making himself available. The question is, how much are we available? That is the main question. So, the aspect of togetherness is our own drive and it is our own hands. And then Prabhupada taught us uh, a one level higher understanding of togetherness also. And then Prabhupada taught us to experience a deeper level of togetherness. One should adopt the mission. So when we are in the same mission, then there is the most intimate level of togetherness one can experience. Actually, if we want association of spiritual master and we don't do anything and we simply want to sit in front of the spiritual master, that may not be a very good idea and that may not work out also. Sometimes Srila Prabhupada, in one of his lectures, Prabhupada would say is that don't be like a mosquito sitting on my leg and just biting. Better go and do some service. So that's what Prabhupada would say. But then devotees who are serving Srila Prabhupada with all their heart and soul, Srila Prabhupada was fully available to them. Srila Prabhupada was fully available to them. Like we see, Srila Prabhupada had done hundreds of correspondence with His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Why? Because he was living for Prabhupada's mission. The Prabhupada was fully available for him. Similarly, Satswarup Maharaj, as he was living for Srila Prabhupada, the Prabhupada was fully available for them. So any devotee who was living for the mission of Srila Prabhupada, the Prabhupada was, they attracted a lot of time. Prabhupada gave a lot of time to Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Why? Because he was fully dedicated to Prabhupada's mission. Prabhupada gave a lot of time to His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj also. Especially Prabhupada made sure that he gives him a lot of association and time and encouragement. Because Prabhupada had that burning vision to preach Krishna consciousness through science to scientists. Yes. Yes. Similarly, Gaur Govind Maharaj also. So those who were ready to give themselves fully for Prabhupada's mission, Srila Prabhupada was ready to give even physical association to them. And Srila Prabhupada made it a priority. So this aspect of togetherness, and then Srila Prabhupada also taught us that when we are serving in the same mission, then we are intimately united together. When Prabhupada had to come back to India in 1967 because of poor health, it was a devastation for devotees. But Prabhupada encouraged them in 1967. Prabhupada had to come to India to recuperate his health. And Prabhupada didn't know whether he would survive to come back again. And devotees were sort of devastated, and Prabhupada was encouraging them. And Prabhupada was saying that don't worry, you are chanting Hare Krishna in America, I'm chanting Hare Krishna in India, we are together. Prabhupada did come back in 1968, but 67, that was the phase which devotees had to go through. So Prabhupada taught us that yes, when we are in the mission, then there can be this togetherness. So yes, we can experience togetherness with the spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, with all the acharyas, by simply being making ourselves more and more available for the mission of the acharyas. Then there is a deeper level of togetherness, and even we can experience that physical togetherness. That's the point, and that's what we can learn. Yes. So that's why the Bhakti Shastra Thakur Maharaj says that don't try to see Krishna, but act in such a way that Krishna wants to see you. This is very true of the acharyas also, and this is very true of the spiritual master and senior devotees also. So that is the higher realm of togetherness which Srila Prabhupada taught us. We stop here for today. Do you have any questions? Yes, Prabhu. One minute, Prabhu. Uh, yeah, once again, Prabhu, you can ask. Oh, they were brothers actually. They were brothers. They are not direct brothers, but they are brothers. Uh, their fathers were direct brothers. Means it was son of no, their fathers were direct brothers because uh, their grandfather had two wives. So no, so son of one wife and son of one wife, like that, and that's how their fathers were. So one of them were not the Kshatriya, and the other was the uh, so there were yeah, son of one wife, son of one wife. One of them was in the Vaishya community. So Nanda Maharaj was the king of the Vaishya community, and Vasudev was one of the Kshatriya rulers. Their fathers were I mean their grandfather was the same. As far as I remember, their grandfather was the same. So that's how they were brothers.
This translation actually, this is what it means.
Was that
This is perfection of yoga, one who abides in me.
okay? So this is 647. Devavati is telling. We will read the translation. 647. Yogi Namapi Sarvesham. And of all the yogis, the one with great faith, who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and renders transcendental loving service to me. He is the most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. That is my opinion. So to be most intimately united, what is needed is to always abide by the instructions of the Acharyas in the Lord and think of the Acharyas in the Lord and render transcendental loving service. So that is the secret of being together. हरे कृष्ण ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय
It blocks the it blocks the
which one